Welcome to Robert Morgan's new student orientation, as we like to call it, the Robert Morgan Experience, Pathways to College and Beyond. The principal of our school is Mr. Kenneth Williams. And I am Christina Shekoribe, the proud Magnet League teacher here at Robert Morgan. So we're going to start off very simple, very practical. What is the first day of school for next year? As you can see here, it's going to be Monday, August 23rd, 2021. If you go back to the actual presentation on the website, you're able to click on these hyperlinks, and this will open up the school calendar for the 21-22 school year. Both Miami-Dade County Public School and our website will always have the school calendar available for that current school year. So at this point right now, Miami-Dade County Public School does have the school calendar already displayed on their website. Another practical important piece of information is the start and finish time of school. Our school hours are 7:15 a.m. to 2:15 p.m. We are on a block schedule, so that means we have a total of 6 classes that the students take per year, 3 classes a day. Our gold days, as we like to call them, are periods 1, 3, and 5, our gold or odd days. Our burgundy days are periods 2, 4, and 6. And we have a 45-minute lunch time for our students. Our assistant principal is Mr. Blanco, and he is over school IDs and uniforms. So here we have an example of a young lady who's actually a current senior. This is what our school ID looks like, and you will be administered one of those as soon as the school year starts, but it must be worn and displayed at all times. Our uniforms. So as you can see here, you have some pictures that you're able to view. We have the shirts, which are burgundy, gold, and black polos. As you can see, this young man is here wearing his black polo. However, on Mondays, we encourage, in the spirit of colleges and post-high school, that you wear a college t-shirt. As you can see, this young lady who was actually accepted and won a scholarship to University of Miami. She is a current senior here. She's wearing her UM shirt. So that is on Mondays. You're always able to wear your Robert Morgan polo if you're not wearing on Mondays, for example, your college t-shirt. Then here on Fridays, we encourage students to wear any sort of Robert Morgan shirt. So these 2 young ladies are in the National Honor Society. So that could be a variety of different activities and clubs that have shirts. And again, you always have the option to wear your Robert Morgan polo. Acceptable pants are black and khaki. Okay, this young man's wearing khaki pants. We also allow jeans, blue or black. However, there absolutely can be no rips or holes. And as you notice here, there are no shorts. Shoes, for safety purposes, must be closed-toed shoes. And now you see this young lady here is wearing scrubs. We do have scrubs in health science and in early childhood, but those particular teachers and academies will tell you about that. So when the day that you are to wear scrubs, that is also an acceptable part of the uniform. You can go into our magnet page on our website, and you can click on the uniform policy to get a more detailed version of the uniform policy. We are a mandatory uniform school. So again, on the polos, as you saw before, which could be either burgundy, gold, or black, we have a patch that correlates with your academy. At our store, I believe, which is the recommended store to get the polos, the uniforms, they can help you out. So for example, if you're in graphic animation, you would have the digital media technology. If you're in nursing, you would have health science, culinary, entrepreneurship, dance, visual performing arts. So these patches are to be worn on the polos. Our other sister principal is Mr. Johnson, and he covers transportation. So we are very blessed to have transportation at Robert Morgan. Our transportation boundaries cover most areas from Florida City to West Flagler. You can click here on the version on the website to find out more information about our transportation, and as well as go to our website directly to the transportation tab. One of the things that's new this year in regards to transportation are hub stops. So we have a picture of Whispering Pines, which is one of our hub stops. The benefit of a hub stop is that they're like an express route. So your child would be less time on the bus. So maybe instead of the neighborhood bus stops, 15, 20 times, these hub stops would only stop a few times and then going directly to Robert Morgan. So again, we ask you to review the options of transportation. Hub stops will be part of Robert Morgan over these next coming years. So we encourage you to get familiar with them. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to get in touch with me. All right, one of the things that if you were already accepted, you were asked to fill out in a JOT form, which was the magnet contract. As somebody that was chosen to come to Robert Morgan, congratulations, by the way, we want you to choose to continue your excellent standards of academics, attendance, and conduct. We do have a minimum GPA requirement that we require you to keep while you're here, and of course, to have good attendance and conduct. So once again, these links are available on the actual presentation on our website if you need access to that. Now, free and reduced lunch application is something that you usually don't hear about until later, but we want to address it because it is very important. First of all, it is not an automatic rollover. So every year you must renew your free and reduced lunch application. It will start July 1st. So we do encourage people to find it on either the student or parent portal and to have that done before the school year starts. We really want to encourage you to do it for beyond, obviously, the free and reduced lunch that most of us are familiar with, because there are many benefits, including reduced school fees, many things that we wouldn't even be able to get into at this time, SAT and ACT waivers. There's even scholarships designed just for students with free and reduced lunch, tutoring programs that allows us to help pay for when we were a Title I school. So we encourage you, again, if you remember, on July 1st, but again, if not, when the school year starts, to make sure you fill that out for your children. Now, many of you are familiar with subject selection. At this point, when you're listening to the presentation, we are probably conducting it a little bit differently due to the fact that we are actively in scheduling students and have actually scheduled most of our students that have already been accepted. So Ms. Anderson is our student service chair. Any questions about classes can be directed towards her, or even to your own, you actually will have your own academy counselor. So just to review some things in regards to classes and stuff like that, if you are new to Miami-Dade County Public Schools or returning to Miami-Dade County Public Schools, then we need final transcripts. They need to either be sealed and brought to the school, or the school that you're currently attending can email them directly to us. We ask that they email them to our registrar, Ms. Jackie Acevedo, and here is her email address. The subject selection, like I mentioned, this part might be deactivated by the time you see this, but please understand that does not mean that we will not schedule you and do it correctly, but the Google survey at this point might be deactivated. However, we will be communicating with you about classes. You only need to submit one survey. So if you've already done that, great. And again, if it's not activated, no worries. We have ways of taking care of you. So we want to make sure that you know that we will at Robert Morgan provide everything you need for every school year and obviously with the ultimate goal of graduation. So you're more than welcome to click back here and look at this in more in depth. But so that you know, in the 4 years of high school, you must complete 4 English/language arts class, 4 math classes, 3 science classes, 3 social studies, 1 fine or practical art, 1 physical education credit, and as an overall 8 electives, which includes 1 that must be a Florida virtual online course. Now, the good news is your academies do count as an elective, so you have plenty of opportunities. Some of you as well may have come in with a high school math credit like Algebra 1. Again, you might be at the point where you will be finished some of these credits before your senior year, but we encourage you for purposes of college applications and scholarships, and even just for your own knowledge to continue in getting all kinds of experiences, exposures, and even credits as you can. So this is what is required for graduation, which is a total of 24 credits. Okay, so the biggest question, especially coming into 9th grade, is kind of which way should I go? At Robert Morgan, we have regular classes, honors, we have advanced placement classes, and we have dual enrollment classes. As you will see that we work with several colleges with dual enrollments. Okay, when we talked about the electives, remember that our academy classes will count. Every year you will be in at least one of your academy classes. Okay, just reiterating the fact that you have to have a fine art and a physical education. And of course, in order to be eligible for Bright Futures and state universities, there is a requirement of 2 credits of foreign language. Now, it is not a graduation requirement, but we look at it as a requirement because we want our students to be eligible for everything, including Bright Futures and state universities. So we encourage you, and we will have you follow that path to do your 2 credits of foreign language. As a magnet school, our counselors are by academy. So again, if you are in the engineering academy, all right, you would speak with Ms. Anderson if you have any questions about scheduling, and this she will be your counselor. Ms. Marshall is actually filling in this year for health science, but so you can email her about health science, but next year she will not be your counselor, but we will have another counselor in place for that, as well as she is over CAP, which is our college assistant program. So she is going to be helping your kid from start to finish and getting ready for those scholarships and college applications. Miss Radcliffe is over entrepreneurship and visual and performing arts, and Miss Santier is over digital media technology. Feel free to email your counselors with any specific questions. So you might want to take a little screenshot of this. Okay, if you are an ESE student and you have an IEP or a 504 plan, you should email it to Ms. Prasad. Her email is there. We ask that you do that because we are not able to see the entirety of the IEP or 504 until later in the summer. So we would love to be able to see it beforehand. So if you could email either the IEP or 504, if that pertains to you, to Ms. Prasad at dadeschools.net. Again, it's prasad@dadeschools.net. Ms. Jessica Snyder is our advanced academics coordinator. There's her email address there. And when we say advanced academics, we're looking at AP specifically and dual enrollment. So to understand, AP classes are college level courses that are offered in high school. They are, it's information that's taught in, as it says, top introductory college courses. Students take the AP exam at the end of the course, and a score of a 3 or higher on this exam can typically earn students college credit or placement into advanced classes in college. So the AP course that's offered to freshmen is AP World History. So if you are interested in that, you must have an AP contract on file in order to take any AP class at Robert Morgan, and that can be found on our website, and we can also help you with that if you need it. Okay, AP, this is all the classes that that the College Board offers. And we have many of these. We're always continue to grow. And the nice thing is some of them are available even to take on online. As you can see here, here's an AP Capstone Diploma. I'll put a little personal plug in there. My daughter is a student in the Entrepreneurship Academy, but she has simultaneously also been an AP Capstone student, finishing her AP Research and Seminar, taking her courses. So it is a great program that will give them either a certificate of completion or even up to an AP Capstone Diploma if they meet the criteria. So we encourage you to look at that. That was something that would start in 10th grade, but they still stay in their academy. So that's the beauty of it. You're in your academy, but you're also in the AP Capstone program. Very unique in aspect at Robert Morgan. Again, as I mentioned here before, we are connected with several colleges here in the area for our dual enrollment, which I love this image here. It saves time, it saves money. There's many, many different types of courses and you gain college experience. We work with Miami-Dade, FIU, and our own Robert Morgan Educational Center Technical College. So again, some of our programs are directly connected and automatically have some dual enrollment classes. So it's a really a unique aspect of being a Robert Morgan student. As I mentioned before, our CAP advisor is Miss Marshall, and she looks at all these different things you can see here from, doing classroom presentations and workshops and financial aid workshops and these things about getting ready for college. And like we like to say, as Robert Morgan is college and behind. So we encourage you to get to know her as the years progress, to pay attention to when she sends out stuff and to be, paying mindful of your Dade School's email. We will be using students' Dade School's email constantly. You will get a lot of information. So if you haven't been using in your middle school, you definitely want to start getting familiar with that. It's on your portal, so it's easy to use. And speaking of colleges, these are some of the colleges our students have gone to over the years. I love this map. It just shows the diversity of our students. Like these recent 2020 graduates here, you have, Edwin, who graduated from Robert Morgan, again, all these in 2020, who went to Miami-Dade's Honors College. If you're not familiar with the Honors College, it is right here in our backyard. The Honors College is accepted. You literally can put money in your pocket because any scholarships and monies earned is just money in your pocket. As everything in the Honors College is covered, including books. We have Raymond Sterling here in the middle, who was our dance captain and also an AP Capstone recipient, scholar, diploma winner, and he's at Columbia University. We have Ashley, who was in our nursing program, who went to do her licensed practical nursing, or LPN program here at Robert Morgan's Technical College. And then we have Chloe Sarv at Yale University. I always love to say that Chloe is the third of her family to be here at Robert Morgan. So it's part of our tradition and great legacy that the Sarv family has left here at Robert Morgan. And Carly, who is at New York University with some other Robert Morgan graduates. And so these are just some of the diverse roads that our students have taken. And even though you guys are just coming into 9th grade, this is the goal. Okay, we're getting you prepared for this next step. So now the fun part, right? So Miss Ojeda is our activities director, and we have over 30 clubs to join. We have events like pep rallies, pirate jamborees, which is picture comes from that, where students showcase their talent during an extended hour lunch. We have field days and spirit weeks and movie nights and homecomings and proms and honor roll assemblies and all kinds of stuff. And we encourage you to get involved at school. You can see some of these pictures here. Obviously, these were pre-COVID. And then, of course, one of our post-COVID, or during COVID, I should say. I love to say post-COVID, right? Soon. One of our honor roll assemblies here. But we try to, to work hard and play hard as well. It's important to have fun at school. So a lot of times the questions asked about sports. This is a great question. So as you can see, this is our beautiful gymnasium here in the middle. We encourage our athletes to join our teams. We have a middle teams for athletes that you can join. This is the code. And basically our student athletes can play at most Miami-Dade County public high school teams. And the reason I say most, because anywhere you are accepted into, it is not by a homeschool anymore. So these are some of our students that you can see from Palmetto, from South Dade, from South Ridge, from girls flag football to basketball to cheerleading to football. Now, the thing is that our activities bus does go to South Ridge. So we encourage you to look at South Ridge as your first option if you don't already have a coach or school that you're working with, because it is so close to Robert Morgan. There obviously has some great athletics. And like I said, again, an activities bus will be able to take you every day directly after school to South Ridge. As you notice here, this young lady on the left, it says South Ridge Star, really should say South Ridge and Robert Morgan. She is a Robert Morgan Junior engineering student who was named Florida Gatorade Track Player of the Year. If that's not impressive. And she's equally impressive scholar and just really, really nice young lady all around. So we love our athletes, we celebrate our athletes, and we encourage you all to be involved in sports if that's something that you want to do. Again, an activities bus will be able to take you to South Ridge after school. Another, I think, super unique aspect of Robert Morgan is our visual performing arts. Yes, we do have an academy, and some of you might have come into the academy, but what if you didn't, but you still want to participate? So yes, you can take it as an elective. Yes, you can look at different things like that. However, if you're that student who maybe has played an instrument for years, who has, you know, been a dancer for years, who sings, has an extreme talent in theater or the arts, we encourage you to reach out to us, because you can actually audition, try out, to be a part of their competition teams, to be a part of their academy level class. It's almost like in college when you major and you minor in something. So again, we encourage you to do that. All right. And if you are wanting to minor in visual and performing arts, you can take a screenshot of this, or you can email me and I'll be more than happy to send this to you. But this is how you would do it. You would reach out to one of these teachers with either an email, or in this case, specifically here, they have what they would require to be a part of the academy level class. So we encourage you to do that for those of you who are part of other academies, but still want to continue that talent that you have. And we also encourage you to follow us on social media. If you are into social media, Instagram and Twitter. Instagram is very active with our students. And so we celebrate our students and our teachers and our staff in the school. And so we love for you anytime to tag us, to hashtag us, to DM us, and to be a part of our Pirate Pride. Okay, so this is the question of the hour, of the year, of the second half of the year. I get asked this a lot. Will we return to physically to school for the beginning of the 21 school year? And we are a Miami-Dade County public school, hence we will follow all of our district protocols and procedures. So as we continue to stay tuned to the district announcements, we ask that you do too for the most updated information. The district has, of course, their social media sites, their websites, the news, and of course, once we get that information, we also repost and display it. Okay, so right now at this point, we can only provide what the district would be saying as well. So thank you so much for being a part of this aspect of Robert Morgan. I am Christina Checo-Oribe. Again, this is my email address here. This is my extension. I do ask that, you know, you can call, but sometimes I step out of the office to talk to parents or students. So by all means, if, you know, it's easy to email me, just email me and I will get back to you. In our link on the website, if you would take a survey, we'd appreciate it, just to let us know how we can best serve you, not only now, but in the future. Okay, so this is what is going to be best off of this video. Would you to go back into the actual presentation. And then what we're asking is that if you are part of, for example, health science, you see those listed, you will go directly to slide 46. If you're in engineering, you will go directly to slide 51. If you're in digital media technology, again, you see the programs, you go directly to slide 54. If you're in entrepreneurship, you go directly to slide 68. And visual and performing arts directly to slide 88. And the reason is we have condensed their presentation because during the actual live Zoom that we had May 1st, these teachers did provide information. So we kind of condensed it. So you can see here, this was health science, and with vet, here's engineering, okay? Here's our digital media. If you're in with Mr. Lynch, with Cisco, all right, our graphic animation, okay? So again, you can kind of flip through here and see some people even have a YouTube link, like our, go figure, our TV production teacher does. So we encourage you to go and find your academy, and therefore you can get that information. You can get their contact information so that if you want to follow up with any questions. I'm going to leave this slide up if you want to take a picture, but we thank you for taking the time to listen to this orientation. We thank you for joining our pirate family. And again, we wish you peace and safety during these times. And like I said, hopefully these times are changing. Well, they are changing. So we hope to see you here at Robert Morgan very soon. Thank you and have a wonderful day.